Thank you. We would like to share the statement on science and technology on the 4th Global Platform for Disaster Risk Reduction. First, reaffirming the call for disaster risk reduction and the building of resilience to disasters to be addressed with a renewed sense of urgency in the context of sustainable development and poverty eradication. Second, recognizing the need to facilitate informed policy decision-making on sustainable development. 3, acknowledging the continued importance of promoting improving dialogue and cooperation among scientific and technological communities, other relevant stakeholders and policymakers in order to facilitate a science policy interface for effective decision-making in disaster risk management. Noting that there are documented processes and progresses and challenges met after Geneva GPDRR May 2011. Acknowledging the Target E of the Sendai Framework of Action to substantially increase the number of countries with national and local disaster risk reduction strategies by 2020. Taking instrumental notes from the Science and Technology Conference in Geneva, January 2016, and noting on the establishment of the Science and Technology Roadmap and the composition of Science and Technology Partnership, as well as Science and Technology Advisory Group, to support the implementation, follow-up, and review of the Sendai Framework for Disaster Risk Reduction at the global, regional, national, and subnational level. The Science and Technology session recommends, 1, to urge the focus of science and technology services on the need of community risk, following use best practices in collecting disaster risk information and assess risk, vulnerability, capacity, exposures, hazard characteristic, and their possible sequential and temporal effects at the relevant social and spatial scale. To promote the importance of learning lessons from past disasters, including their implementation into disaster risk reduction and the monitoring of their adequacy. Promote a cultural and context-appropriate, people-centered, and planet-sensitive application of science and technology for disaster risk management. Ensure the use of traditional, indigenous, and local knowledge and practices as appropriate, moving away from a one-size-fits-all mentality. National framework should promote science and technology that is most appropriate of local context. Conduct horizon scanning of emerging technologies for disaster risk management and establish framework to track their intended and unintended effects of the 3 dimensions of sustainable development. Bridge gaps in knowledge and practicing by urging stronger interdisciplinary, transdisciplinary collaboration in the education sector and programs, as well as engineering. Address the following needs to overcome gaps in the leveraging of science and technology for SFDRR, promoting research, increase technology transfer mechanism, enabling open and citizen data, enhance communication of usable evidence and users' need, and strengthen roles of regional science and technology advisory group to propel more concrete implementation of the science and technology roadmap and link people at local to global level. Finally, supporting the commitments of the implementation of science and technology roadmap. Thank you very much.